Yeah, let me get my day ones on the phone real quick. Hey, yo, Buck, we got work to do.
Go back like 4 flats and Cadillacs.
Hey, yo, Boosh, I need you to bring that energy, my boy.
Slide up on you like a sidekick.
Cousin Ray, it's time to get the people what they want.
I like this shirt. It's hilarious.
My day ones. My day one.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy K to the DOT in the building, and we are the day ones. Back at it again, time and time again. Back around the corner to spin it again, because you know we always win. I'm just talking at this point. Yeah. I don't even know why. You know how I get. It's me. But yeah, we back in the building to bring y'all another episode. Grateful to be here, as always. Grateful to have y'all attention for this time that y'all decided to tap in with us. We appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, all of that. We appreciate it all. Yeah, what's up with you fellas?
Man, happy to be here. It's nice. We got good weather.
We got good weather.
We got good weather.
And good weather is really ugly weather, but it's not hot.
And that's good weather.
That is good weather. So I will take. But everybody.
I mean, maybe the weather ain't sitting too well with you over here, Cousin Ray.
It ain't working for me.
It
right
ain't working
now,
for me. It's like that though when the weather changes. Like I'm bound to get it in a week or two.
It's go, but right now I love this weather. This
it.
bonfire weather.
I'm telling y'all, listen. We wrap this up soon enough.
Hey,
I'll be back there.
Hey, you know how to reach me.
Okay, amen. Amen.
Day one's bonfire episode.
That's
coming in the future.
Yeah.
Them is coming soon. We was already in here to come here to do this here today, but we're gonna have some bonfire episodes. We're gonna let y'all into our personal space a little bit. But then, yeah, we gonna make that happen. I can feel that being Fuegacito. Get it? Because it's a fire, Fuegacito. Yeah, I know. Play on words. I'm hilarious. Anyways, so we
When's the album coming out? That's what I want.
I'm trying to drop one.
Lecrae Part 2 over here.
I'm trying to drop one before New Year's. You feel me? I'm gonna give y'all like 3 or 4 songs. That's all I'm good for right now.
I just want to be on the feature. That's it.
That's all you had to say.
Hey.
The mic. I just fixed the setup the other day.
Hey, let's make it happen.
Oh, all right.
What they didn't know.
Yeah,
And you supposed to be on the track too. I think I forgot. Listen, I'll even write the little hook for you.
Okay, write the hook.
I'll write the hook for you. You just gotta sing.
Write the hook.
You just gotta sing.
Give me the melody.
That's
I'm
all
on the
you
track.
need. Listen, say Day One's album, K to the DOT, and the Day One's coming soon. What they didn't know.
What they didn't know.
They gonna find out.
I mess with that.
Coming to all streaming platforms near you.
They gonna find out.
I'm telling you, I got some beats already sitting here waiting.
Send what? Send them as soon as
you.
Send them what you waiting on.
Came with perks.
Which y'all don't know.
Look here, cousin. What you don't know is, and Buck will tell you, I'll record a song in a day. I'll lock in and record a hook verse, 3 verses, 7 in a day.
I've heard your
His challenges.
Hey, you know, them is light work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a lyricist genius, but I'll record a song to make your toe tap.
Hey, I had to stand up for you in that group text. I
appreciate it. I got haters.
I know. Because they was trying to get on you.
They tried to hate on me. They hated on me. Look, somebody dropped that in my spirit, literally, like on a Wednesday, and they was like, "You got to get on this," and I was like, "Say less."
You was there.
I listened to it all day at work because I do that at work. I went home and wrote the verse. I said, "Bet when I go home tomorrow, I'm not going to sleep till this verse is done." But it took me 37 takes. Because when you're doing the TikTok version, you can't break in between.
Right.
You can't stop and be like, oh no, this is a live. That was live. So I had to spit that 37 times to get it right, and remember the verse, not trip over certain words because I was did it. Yeah. So yeah, 37 takes.
That's good.
I was proud of that. I was proud of that work. That was some good stuff from you. I appreciate the support and because there's haters.
They out there for
There's
real.
snakes in your own grass.
In your own backyard.
You gotta mow your lawn daily. Mow your lawn daily. Some people say once a week daily. Snakes in the grass.
Daily.
They bite you on your ankles on the way to work.
Hey, they always want to test you.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, we can make that happen. You done said the magic word. That is wonderful. Send the beats as soon as you get home. I'll have a hook by the end of the night.
Hey, I'm gonna do that. I mean, there was a point I was going to school for production and everything.
Well then, hey. Send them
You
my
about to
way.
make me start right now.
Send them my way. I'm not an artist, but I can get artistic. Okay, when motivated properly. Amen. Wonderful. That's beautiful. This is gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
This is gonna be what?
Oh, Christmas album. Just thinking about it right now.
I'm weak. Anyway,
Hey man, you should talk to Pastor about that. Get you on stage.
Hey, Pastor Jackson. I got this song I've been working on.
We got the plug too.
Yeah, it's 4 of us, 3 of us, 6 of us. We got shirts. We look like a group. Can you put the day ones back there in the back? We'll put the little discovery at the bottom. Put the logo at the bottom. I'm here for it. And we're going to bring people to church. Pastor Jason, we're going to bring people. We're going to have 6 rows.
6 rows.
Well,
Yeah.
you know we're going to recruit. What?
We taking up too.
With that part. We're expanding every month. But yeah. Anyways, so we're here to talk about some stuff because we all got some stuff in our hearts.
Go good.
This ain't gonna go good. But it's gonna go great because we need this. We created the day ones. We remind y'all, this was not necessarily created
For y'all entertainment.
It wasn't. It was created for us. It was created for us to have a space where we can open up and speak about stuff and talk about stuff and express ourselves freely. We don't really care about y'all judgment or people's opinions to an extent. We have conversations where we tap in with people and we ask for y'all feedback, but this space was created for us to have as men, to have a space to talk and express ourselves and vent. There's been stuff that's been recorded that you guys will never see.
Yeah.
That's been locked away and thrown in the vault because that's just space that we needed to have to get that out. And it helped us in that moment. I can't tell you what's going to happen today. So if y'all see this, it passed, you're welcome. If you don't get all of it, you know it didn't pass. Sorry, not sorry. But we need this space because as men, and I've been seeing that a lot on social media. I don't know what's going on. There's been a lot of posts about how dads and husbands and men are hiding what they're dealing with at work. When they come home, they're putting all these different hats on and they're never taking any off to really, and then some crap hits the fan and next thing you know, dad's the bad guy because dad reacted a certain way or husband or boyfriend reacted a certain way because they didn't take the time to take off their armor, like Pastor Jason would say, and vent. So this is no personal attack on anybody in our lives. I'm sure y'all all done set up and talked about one of us at some point that we didn't got on y'all nerves. Don't care. So now it's our turn. So we love you from the bottom of our hearts. If we didn't talk about you, then you should be concerned because that means we don't care. So the fact that we're talking about these things is because we do care and we want to make sure we handle it correctly moving forward. So let's dive right in. Women get on my nerves.
This is where we go.
Why?
Why? Let's start there.
Oh my God, today. Women get on my nerves.
I mean, you you and I have communicated about what we have dealt with in some experiences to
Women
to extent.
get on my nerves.
But
We not perfect as men. Don't get me wrong. I've made my mistakes.
Yep.
I am not nowhere near, not even a little bit. Oh my God, today. But women get on my nerves. They know what they want when they don't want it, but when they want it and they want it, but they don't want it because they can't have it, but they could have it, but don't want it because they're not ready for it, but they want it, but they're not sure if they want it.
Yeah. That's
Women get on my nerves.
That sound about it, right?
No, on all
The fact
seriousness.
that I actually get that.
It kind of made sense. It really did.
Listen. The women that's gonna see this, if you see it, y'all gonna be mad at me. I'm sorry. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, but y'all are the most indecisive, uncertain for sure, know what we don't want people. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can say I don't want A, B, and C, but then you will sit in the space of A, B, and C and reap all of the wonderfulness of it. Be like, but this ain't really what I'm ready. Let me stop. Anyways, women. Yeah, it's okay. Listen, first and foremost,
because you setting yourself up.
I know.
Yeah, because best friend is coming at you.
What? What?
Yeah.
It's more than one person.
It could be.
No,
but
real talk though. Y'all just complicated to understand. You're complicated to. I don't know. I'm not gonna say please. I'm not gonna say that, but it's just complicated to understand when they're in a different space. When they're uncertain of what the headspace that they're in, it makes it that much harder for us to even try to help or be present or even like coexist.
Yeah, know what you're doing right or wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Because you don't know what the thought process is. You don't know if you're doing right or wrong.
Yes.
Right. And to you doing right because you ain't been told you was doing wrong.
But they like, I am about to slice his throat if he come home. Yeah. I just listen. I can't.
And
stand
again,
women.
we're not saying any of the women in our lives have thought this way necessarily, like slicing our heads off.
Speak for yourself.
But we have definitely had experiences where your thought process did not match our thought process.
100%.
And there was a gap in communication. And we didn't receive that communication. Whether it was communicated verbally, physically, whatever the case may be.
Telepathic, whatever that word is. That's how they.
Oh my God, I'm about to glitch out over here.
That's how they communicate.
Telepathically.
There you go. That's how they communicate. They look at you like,
oh my God,
like you just supposed.
I can't believe I just glitched though, boy.
that word is like specifically, it gets you.
It do. And I'm really mad because last night, I watched a reel about people just glitching on words. There was some girl. She was recording her husband or her boyfriend with, look at my man out here in the yard doing his diligence.
Oh, I see that. No, she just had a terrible accent. I see her.
Nah, because she didn't get the word.
No, she didn't know the word.
Diligence. No, she
said
didn't
the
get that.
diligence.
She said, look at my man out here doing his diligence. And he was mad.
I know Justin. Hey, shout out to him. They lost their baby, man.
Who?
Him and her.
Oh, no.
She was pregnant. They just lost their baby on the 20th. Baby girl.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, can't stand women. Sorry. No, wait. Love y'all. Can't stand y'all. Complicated individuals. Y'all don't make it any easier. Communication is key.
And communication is hard.
And communication is hard. But picking and choosing when and how you choose to communicate makes it that much harder. Like a woman will tell you something once, and you be like, I bet. And we dumb. We made the same mistake. Now they don't want to communicate about it no more. So now you walking around like, what I do? You know what you did. No, I don't. That's why I asked.
Right.
No, we already had this conversation. I'm not about to have it with you again. We're going to have this conversation like 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah.
Because I may not have did exactly what it was I did the first time.
Yeah, you told me to go left. I went right.
Now, I might have did a variation of it. And in my mind, I didn't do nothing completely wrong. It just wasn't something you didn't like or you didn't want done. So now you mad. But now you don't want to talk about it. So now you just walking around mad. That don't do me no good. I am a talker. I need to know what is on your mind. I'm not saying I can always fix it.
Right.
Because everything can be fixed. And everything you just don't talk about and then it's fixed. It doesn't work like that. You got to talk about it so you can work towards fixing it to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Now I get there is certain times where you're like, all right, I'm tired of having this conversation. I get that. But if we talking about how we moving and grooving, there's gonna be constant conversations over the years. And some conversations may come up from 3-4 years ago when we like, I thought that was done with. Well, guess what? Nothing's ever really done. So, speaking of which, since I got the microphone on the platform, I owe my dearest friend, you know who you are, I owe you an apology. And I've apologized a million times, but I'm going to use my platform to truthfully say I'm sorry for my actions. Yeah, there's nothing else really to say to it. You know what you mean to me. You know how important you are. But we will bounce back, and I will be better. And I'm going to leave it at that. I made a mistake.
I was gonna say, did we get details about what happened on this one?
Listen, long story short, me and my friend had a discussion about some things, and we had an agreement. And
an agreement or disagreement?
Agreements. We came to an agreement on how we were going to handle certain things, and I didn't stand by that 100%. And it affected the dynamic of things. So that's on me. I'm not blaming nobody else. I take full responsibility for my part in that. One thing I try to do now is I try not to point fingers, regardless if I feel this or that. And I'm not saying that's the case in this. Yeah. My point is I got to take full responsibility for my actions. I put myself in a situation. I made a mistake. It affected her. Last thing I ever wanted to do.
Right.
Ever. So in my mind, like, we need to talk about this. We need to come to a conclusion so we can move forward. I'm not saying it's going to fix it, but I want to be able to prove myself going forward. So I'm just been praying and battling, leaving it to God. But I deeply, I can't express how bad I feel for even putting us in that situation. So we're gonna learn from it. We're gonna grow from it. Keep moving forward. She's still in my life. Yeah, set it down. But and she might get mad at me for even apologizing on it. But I don't. I need the world to know because that's how much you mean to me.
It might get out there. It might not again.
We don't know. But yeah, as men too, we gotta take accountability for some stuff.
Never mind.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, because that was it. That was it. Go ahead.
I was just in agreement with you.
I just said we at some point have to take accountability for certain things. Otherwise, it makes it seem like we're doing what women do. No, everything can't be just one person's fault in a relationship.
Big facts.
It's a two-way street. You can't always say, "Oh, every time this happens, you." Well,
so, do you see whichever women we speak of take accountability for their actions? Is that something we should even be looking for from another partner? Because I don't see it. Let's just say that.
Absolutely. I just feel like in any relationship, friendship-wise,
whatever it is, right?
Relationship-wise, boyfriend, girl, there has to be accountability. There has to be.
Because I see lack of accountability on. Not saying we don't. We all take our accountability, but I don't see it on the other side. And a lot of past relationships, just women in general, I don't see them being accountable for that. They rather put the blame to us. Well, you stand up, just like how you just did on this national podcast. God bless you.
National is crazy.
Because we got to speak it. We're going to speak this out there.
Amen. We received that.
Take accountability, but I wonder, no shade, will she do the same if she even needs to? In your situation, because I don't know your situation.
I'm not going to say she necessarily needs to, because I'm not going to put that on her. People have to sit back and reevaluate their place in situations. I think it's easy for us as human beings, especially women, forgive me, not to say, I did this because you did this.
Right.
That's our natural, and I deal with that, with men, it's friendships at work, exactly. And like, oh, I only did that because you did this. You hurt me, so I went lower. That's childish. We're all, and everybody we deal with is of age to be responsible enough for their actions. One thing I unfortunately am having to learn is I don't like to lose people in my life, especially when you matter to me. So I will take an L. I will hush myself. I will sit back and be like, I'm not gonna argue this one. I'm just gonna let you be right. I'm gonna let you feel right. And that's not always the best way to handle it either, because then people think they're right. So then they move accordingly thinking that. So then when it comes up again, they're like, no, I was right the last time, I'm right this time. No, you was wrong both times. I just didn't say nothing.
Right.
And just because it's wrong to me, it may not be right to you, but it affected me.
Yep.
And that's where people don't. We've talked about stuff like this. When you're joining into a relationship with somebody, again, whether it's friendship or whatever, everybody's bringing everybody else that they dealt with, all the trauma. I don't care how you explain it, whether you healed from it or not, you're bringing that baggage into a new situation because you're going to react based off how you were treated in the past.
Right.
Such and such treated me, so now I have my guard up. I'm gonna let you in so far, but because when I let people in, they burn me, they hurt me. Now, when you did that, that triggered me. I hate that word, by the way, these days. That triggered me. Yeah, everything's a trigger, and I don't like it because I know that grown men that's like over the age of 40 and 50 use it. And let me stop. But you have to learn how to deal with the person you're dealing with in that space. And you have to learn. I heard a song, or not a song, I seen a post the other day that says, I'm not the perfect man, but teach me how to be the man you need. That starts with what? Communication. And that, we talked about this months ago on the podcast, having those difficult conversations.
Yeah.
I'm mad. I don't give a damn. I don't want to talk about it. No, we need to. Otherwise, you're going to sit on it. And when you sit on it, everything after this that I do now is going to annoy you. The simplest of things of me breathing when I walk in the room is now going to annoy you.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, in your relationship, when you have issues or y'all have disagreements, do y'all sit down and talk about those things?
It depends on the situation, because what I was going to say is difficult conversations is hard.
Oh, absolutely. That's why they're difficult.
Now, here's what I know now. In order to have a conversation in general, whether it's difficult or not, you have to be able to be ready to receive a different perspective than yours.
Acknowledge and comprehension.
And so, and to even understand that person's standpoint, right? You might not agree with it, but you at least got to understand where it's coming from. And it's hard to be like, you know what, this really hurt my feelings, or I'm sick of you always doing this, right? Because you have the part about it too is you don't have the right words, and you're worried. People are worried about how can I say this so it seems as impactful, but not impactful. And so that's something moms has taught me. Just, hey, I'm looking for the right words. And I feel like sometimes I have it, but in difficult conversations, I ain't got them words yet. Because I am not good at difficult conversations.
I just want to interject real quick. And I agree with that 100% because some of us deal with different women who are reactive. And you'll say something to one of them, they'll be like, oh, bet, that's how you feel? Deuces. And they'll slide about you. I don't have to deal with this.
Yeah.
Right. And then they just repeat that process with the next. Then you got those people that'll sit back and be like, oh, okay, bet. That's how you feel? And then they just won't say nothing. They'll shut down on you. And I don't really know which one works. Somebody shutting down on you or somebody checking out on you and just dipping.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, go ahead, continue.
And it's crazy, right? Because I would say in a conversation, I'm a natural shutdowner because I have to think about what's being said and I have to process it.
Yeah.
I struggle with going back and forth with dialogue to express my point, hear your point, and then go back and rebuttal my point about whatever, right? What's the point of this conversation? Am I just expressing what I need to say, so I'm trying to get you to understand it in different words, or am I just trying to one-up you in the conversation?
Yeah.
To make my point seem more valid than your point.
Yeah, right.
And stuff like that. And then there's feelings.
Oh, you don't do those.
So
he like, I know the facts.
then there is feelings, and feelings are hard for me.
Yes.
Only thing that I know that I feel right now is I get so excited around them little kids that we got in our little village.
I'm dead.
And now that my kiddo got her little friend, and I love it. I'm a daddy, uncle, whatever right now.
Like, uncle.
Yeah. But as far as the it's hard thinking about it. And I think the reason why it's hard, and from my perspective, being not so much as a communicator, but a more of a interpersonal, self-reflector, and then be like, okay, how can I just change it so this don't happen again? Is it sucks because then it becomes stressful to try to figure out how can I give you the right words? How can I give you my thought process when I'm still trying to collect my thought process?
Understandable.
You know.
See, I'm weird.
That's pretty true.
Yeah. Go play in traffic. I'm a lover boy. I have no problem saying that. Like, I'm a pleaser. Like, I will go out of my way to make sure my woman is happy in every aspect. That's just how I am. I'm an affectionate person.
Yes.
I show up and I pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? I make it very clear my intentions, my feelings, my emotions, even when they're not good emotions. They're clear. So when something is going on where there's a lack of or a break in communication, I'm the same way. I want to know what is going on, so I not even necessarily fix it, but address it. Like I can't fix what I don't know.
Right.
And if I did something to hurt you, bother you, upset you, I need to know what it is, and I need to know why. You can't just say that made me mad. Okay, why? Because it upset me. Okay, why? Because I didn't like that you. What about it? Like, what was done? Like, you can't just tell me, oh, I wanted a large and you got me a medium. That made me mad. I need communication. I need thorough communication so I can understand. So I don't make the same mistake again. Yeah. And I may. Certain things that we do, we slip up, we forget. Like little dumb stuff. Like I have this thing, and it comes with my time away, where I literally respond to all women as ma'am. Like, no, it's a respect thing. No, like, even when I joke, I'm like, look here, ma'am, don't play with me. It's nothing disrespectful, nothing out of pocket. It's not attacking nobody's age. It's just a mannerism that I picked up. And some women will be like, don't call me ma'am. I'm not that old. Bet. Okay. And then I still do it. And they be like, I actually did. My bad. It's just a natural reaction. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. But, like, little stuff like that is tedious.
Yeah.
But if I call you out of your name, like, one of my biggest things is don't tell me to shut up. Like, I don't feel like no other adult should just openly or aggressively tell another grown adult, hey, shut up. Like, that's just me. It's a trigger for me, since people like to use the word trigger. Like, don't do that. That's, to me, it's just a slight disrespectful, especially in your tone. Like, people joke. Oh, shut up, you stupid, that's cool. When somebody be like, shut up. And maybe it's the man in me that's been trying to break out for so long and people trying to keep me in the kid's place that feels some type of way. I don't know. But don't tell me to shut up. There's 15 other ways to communicate with me that you need my attention. But stuff like that's disrespectful, I can get. Those are the behaviors that can change. Yeah. But if we don't talk about none of it, if you just bury it, or you just walk around mad talking about I'll get over it with time, you don't get over it with time. You just suppress it with time. And then the time is a ticking bomb that eventually explodes.
Because I would say I'm one of those suppressing type people, right? Yes. We talked about this a while ago, right? I suppress, but I suppress and it dissipate. Did I glitch again? Did I say that right? Listen, it goes away.
Listen,
you said it right.
Listen,
Boy,
I knew the words you was using, but I myself, they see my eyes. I was like, I'm
look,
with it.
Somebody please let me know if I said that wrong. Because right now, I don't know.
Is it dissipate?
Dissipate. I don't think that part make a difference, but I don't know if there's another syllable.
Pronunciations make a difference. Pronunciations.
You corrected it. It goes away.
Yeah, it goes away. Continue.
Yes. But
proceed. See how I did that?
But I'm trying to figure out, like, do I really linger on to something, right? For me personally, I really don't think I do. Like, I let it sit there, I process it, and I just be like, excuse me, sorry. But then it just goes away, right? But is there ever really a solution to whatever was going on?
Yeah.
Sometimes there has been, sometimes there hasn't been, because I know my communicative wheel doesn't spin. God, I sound like I'm talking like I'm slow. That's crazy.
Stop spinning. It don't. His elevator don't go all the way to the top.
Oh, that's wild. See, this is what happened when I started talking about myself. No, I know, like, the words don't come that quickly all the time, so I just gotta make sure I process it and I figure out what actions I need to do.
Okay,
and then I go do that. Action.
Okay, so I got a question. You said, sir, my elevator don't go all the way to the top floor. That's what you said. That's kind of what you said.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
like I said, we love women, and this world does not exist without them. They do wonderful, beautiful things for us. I love, our mothers. We love them to death. Our significant others, our friends, whatever you want to call them. We value and appreciate them, but they also drive us absolutely crazy. And I'm sure we drive them absolutely crazy. And I'm sure they sit around with their other girlfriends and talk about us. So we're going to do that about them today. But
Now, here's the thing.
okay.
As a man, we will never discuss what needs to be in private.
Oh, yeah. No.
Just so we clear.
Oh, yeah, no. And we are never attacking or demeaning our women whatsoever. This is not an attack. We do this in a laughing matter because every man literally probably sit across from their women like, you get on my nerves. But if you look at the person you with and don't tell them they don't get on your nerves, do y'all really
Need to be together.
Do y'all really need to be together? Because listen, I got some people in my life, I just don't say nothing. I just be like, I'll be cool when they leave.
And y'all wonder why I'm always quiet.
But when they
I'm
go,
an internalizer.
when they go, I'll be talking again. No, like, genuinely, like, there's people that get on your nerves and there's people you can't stand. If I can't stand you, I don't want you nowhere near me.
That's very true.
If you get on my nerves, it's because I have a love for you and I value you, but you also find a way to get under my skin to a point where I'm just like, mama say, I'm not gonna stop. But I don't not want you there. Like, I'm not gonna say it.
Right.
And I think that's something to really consider when you're dealing with significant others in your life partner. Is this somebody that you're gonna be okay with getting on your nerves for the rest of your life? Like the stuff that they do, internally, externally, physically, emotionally, divinely.
Worth fighting for.
Are they worth? I told somebody the week ago, I will fight for you, but I won't fight over you.
Yeah.
I will go to bat for my relationship every day. Now, should we be fighting every day? Absolutely not. But I'm talking about battling with other people, the world, because I defend mine. And that's another thing that we can talk about, defending yours in public, but also correcting them in private, depending on what the circumstances are. That's a whole other conversation. But I'm rocking with mine 110. We are locked in. I look out for me. If I got $90 and what we gonna spend, we gonna eat.
Right.
And then I'm gonna go to work and figure out whatever. But you not gonna go without.
Right.
Take care of mine.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're not gonna get on my nerves every day. No, I'm just kidding.
Still
I'm
gonna
just
get
kidding.
on my nerves.
Still gonna get on my nerves. But anyways, I had a question. I was gonna bring it up to you, and y'all give me your opinion. Starting with you, because you've been quiet.
I'm listening.
Has there been a time where you and your significant other have not been able to agree on something? And how did that turn out? Or how did that go? Because we have arguments, and sometimes you can agree to disagree, or you can agree, okay, I handled this wrong, I handled that wrong, or this what the outcome should have been, and it was this. Okay, bet, I'm sorry, you're sorry, we're going to move on. But then there's those times where it's like, nah, this is what I wanted to happen. Well, this is what I wanted to happen. Well, we just not going to come to agreeing on it. How does that transcend?
I gotta internalize this.
Yeah. Let that marinate in your spirit.
I mean,
or just speak from your perspective.
I mean, but yeah, no. I mean, of course, yeah, no. I've been through that multiple times, but in a particular situation, we had to. I'm gonna go back to communication. We had to really sit down. How that. This is really where I'm at in this situation. This is where you at. Is there a median? Is there a move forward? Because I'll sit there. I will process. I'm a processor. So you go say all this stuff like Julian said. I'm gonna sit there, process. I process everything she said. Okay, and I came back with facts, not my feelings, not my emotions, because I wanted to. Anyway, go.
Mama stop.
Right into the jailhouse, and I was okay, smelling. But anyway. But we had that real hard conversation. I had to be real with myself, not what I wanted. Is this right for me? Because if I move forward in this situation, I'm not going to be happy. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to you, because I'm going to react out if I stay and vice versa.
And resentment.
And once I get there, I'm a petty nigga, and I don't want to be. But that's not the core. But that's where it will
that's where it leads you to. Yeah,
leads you to, and that's not what I want in my life or relationship.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But I had to get to a point where am I willing to let this person go behind this? And
that's a
what's hard
value
for
question.
me.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm a fighter. I will fight for mine. If
I stand by it. I guarantee. I stand by it. I guarantee.
110.
Okay, right.
So understand it and respect that, because that's where I'm coming with to that person. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, boy, you taking me there. But just simple, have that real conversation and be prepared. Whatever is gonna fall, this is in God's hands, not mine, because I'm not living that life no more in fear of losing you,
uncertainty. Yeah.
Now you questioning my insecurities, which that's something else that anyway.
I know we getting there.
Yeah, you always throwing insecurities out. It ain't always an insecurity. So, yeah. That's where I'm at.
We're gonna touch on the insecurity situation in a second, but I want to feed off of that.
Yeah.
Relationships are built off communication.
Yeah.
But, and this is an unfair question, but I'm gonna ask it to be devil's advocate. In your experience, and this may get you in trouble.
I ain't using names.
Oh, ain't no names. But with relationships come sacrifices and compromises.
Yeah.
Do you think men or women compromise or sacrifice?
That's an unfair question.
I said it was an unfair question.
Because
I can give you the neutral answer to this question.
Of course you're going to
There
give
ain't
me
no
a neutral.
real answer to this.
No, it is, right? Because, so I guess, are you saying who does more?
It's a case by case, I guess you could say.
Yeah, because I was going to say, are you saying who does more, or is it like just who sacrifices?
I mean, legitimately, it's a case by case because
It depends on how you look at your relationship too.
Well, it also depends on who you're in a relationship with and their circumstances. Like I look at me, my life comes with circumstances as of right now. So there may be some compromises and sacrifices that a woman is going to have to make to be in my life, to potentially be my wife and all that.
Right.
Now things could change down the line. Shoot, things could change next month. But there's compromises and sacrifices that may have to be made right now.
Right.
Today, tomorrow, next month, even up until December 31st. So again, I guess you could say it is a case by case situation.
It is.
But when I'm talking about, like, as a man, your desires as a man, as far as kids, marriage, where we live, what we do, how we move as a family, everybody's upbringing is different. So you may come into a relationship with somebody who, I only want one kid, or I only want two kids, or I don't want any kids. And some people don't have those conversations, and some people do. And they think they can change people. Oh, maybe down the line they'll fall in love or have kids, different things. So there's compromises and sacrifices that are made. There's some people who get in a relationship with people who already have kids, and that person's like, I don't want any more kids. Well, I don't have any. I want one. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna want one. So now you put time into that relationship, hoping they do, and then ultimately they don't. And now you've sacrificed these years that you could have been. So there's different. I guess it's a case by case situation.
It is, right? Because, and I don't have the right words for it, but you know, as the Bible says, you know, men, you have to lead your household in a certain kind of way. And women, you need to submit to your husband, and not submit by like just bowing down and doing what he says, but you know, being submissive to your husband. And so that comes with sacrifices on both ends. And I can't allow us to think small-minded and comparing.
Yeah, I agree with
because then we're just gonna go on a tangent.
Yeah, it's tit for tat.
And we just gonna feel each other's fire or whatever things that we got going on, right? So that's why I had to give a neutral answer. Neutral answer.
Yeah.
No, respect it. So I'm gonna piggyback on something you just said though. So just for the people,
He the devil.
who this one here? Me? No, because somebody got to keep the conversation flowing. No, because I want to make sure that what he said something
What
valid.
he said is true though.
He said something valid, but people will. We talked
Take
about
off.
before that they clip that one. They hit that one part that they didn't like, and now everything you said after that. There it is.
Right.
So the Bible tells us as men to lead our household properly, as in Ephesians 5, man, to love, to lead by example, to honor God, to work. We are to put God first in our families and our relationships. And our women and our children are supposed to see some, especially our women, are supposed to be submissive to us.
Right.
We as men have to give women the proper environment,
a reason
to submit.
They need something to submit to.
Yes, we have to. And that when you said sacrifice, because we as men have to sacrifice our own sometimes desires and wants. Oh, I want to go to the hang out with the fellas. I want to go to the club and drink, or I want to go hang out. I have to sacrifice that because my child has a game on Saturday morning, or my wife has a function with the women. I need to be home with my children. There's different sacrifices that come with that to lead your household responsibly and correctly.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you will find a woman who will submit correctly.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then as we know, God is not the author of confusion. He will remove people from your life, men or women.
Yeah.
He will remove them from your life because that's not who he has for you. So I just wanted to clarify and tap in on that because somebody be like, oh, it's not just our job to be responsible to submit. No, it's not. No. It's on us at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
And none of us, I'm not knocking, none of us are perfect. And I don't think any of us are so locked into our walk with God where we're like, I'm leading my household 100% and can't nobody tell me that they my wife. No.
Yeah.
I fall short daily. Says the righteous man falls 7 times. But guess what we're going to do every day? Get back up.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I need somebody that's going to support me. I need my backbone that's going to be like, nah, get back up today.
Yeah.
I saw you fall.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kick you while you're down. I saw you fall. Get up. Because we need you. And that's also a difference in culture these days where as men, we get knocked down, we fall off. And again, I'm not knocking none of the women that we deal with, but there's a culture who will kick you while you down because you're not providing a certain lifestyle or giving them a certain, they are used to, I got to be kept, yada, yada, yada. How you staying out? Hell, I got fired on my day off.
Right.
Can you give me like a day to process life and figure out so I can get back moving?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's why, and going back to insecurities. Men are allowed to feel insecure. We have emotions. We have feelings. There's a standard that is set just like for women. Yeah, not like a lot of y'all women like these dad bods these days, which we all thoroughly embrace. You feel me? But there is still a stipulation on what's expected of men to do, to look, to act, to move. Y'all all want the us to be built like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and move like Jason Statham if somebody disrespects you, but also talk like Tyrese. I'm just saying, y'all got these high expectations and unrealistic. And when we don't meet them, y'all show quick to kicking brother while you down.
You know what's crazy? I ain't gonna lie. I wish I could move like Jason Statham, boy. That man be over here popping people, boy.
No, because I've seen that happen where like a dude and his chick is walking to their car from dinner, and it's like 5 dudes out there, and he disrespect the women, and she like, you not gonna say nothing, baby? I love you, but if I'm gonna continue to be able to love you, I gotta be alive. It's 5 of them,
Right.
Now don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get you to the car safely. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
Right.
But I gotta pick my battles.
Exactly.
And you can't really be like, hey, you're not gonna say nothing to them. Y'all have a blessed night. I'm gonna pray for y'all. Y'all should come to church on Sunday. Like I don't really know.
Yeah.
It's not operating in fear. I'm just smart. Because what happens when I get
that's
jumped
a
by
bad
5
situation.
dudes,
Right.
and then there's something happening to you anyway, then you really gonna look at me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart said, if I get beat up, now your woman looking at you different. Like, can I? No, for what? Oh, my ego ain't that big.
Nah.
So now somebody put their hands on you, I tear down the whole city of Bakersfield, LA, Newport, the
situation.
what San Andreas fault gonna erupt when I get done. But real expectations and men are allowed to have insecurities.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And not that it's women's fault all the time. It's stuff that happens as children. We grow up in environments where we're not felt worthy enough. We're missing our father figures. Different things take place. You're picked on. You are insecure because you're a human. It happens.
Yep.
And that's why it's important to communicate. Now, I'm not saying you got to go up to your woman like, babe, I don't feel good enough. I don't feel handsome enough. I'm not, but hey, look, I've been through these things. So these things set me off in this environment, this space.
Right.
And I need you to know that. So when we move a certain way, that's why I react a certain way. I'm not saying it's your fault, and we've talked about this. It's not your fault, but I also don't need you to trigger it.
That's also if you understand
Yeah.
your insecurity and that battle.
And
that
if
you're
you
going
know
through.
it, yes.
Yeah.
And if you don't know it, I can't help you with what you don't know, and vice versa. If you don't know what's going on with you, I can't be Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
I'm really not qualified to be Dr. Phil anyways, but I can't pull something out of you that you're burying and you don't understand. And likewise, I can't communicate. Like I had a couple weeks ago, I had a day where I just was not it. Couldn't figure it out.
Right.
And my homegirl was just like, what's going on with you? Nothing, I'm good. No, what's going on with you? Something ain't right. You're not yourself. I don't know, but I'm good.
Right.
And in the day, it was like, I can't tell you. I'm just not myself. So I just got to process it right now. If I could tell you, I would. I'm not trying to take it out on you. I'm not trying to push it off on you, but I got to deal with it. And I don't
Trying
really
to deal with it,
Yeah.
figure it out.
I gotta
I'm
get
trying
through.
to figure it out.
I gotta figure it out
Yeah.
before I can communicate. And if that's fine, cool. Tell me that. As my woman, if you going through it, you're like, let me process this, and then cool. But then the I don't know, and then the shutdown.
Right.
I don't do well on shutdowns.
And I tell you what's scary about like, oh, I'm just in a funk and I don't know why. For somebody like me, if I hear that, I'm thinking I did something.
Oh, off top.
I'm like,
I'm that
Right,
insecure
right,
person. Yep,
right,
sorry.
Right.
and it's not even being insecure.
Well, I'm telling you, it's me.
It's just the fact of not knowing did I do something to cause this. They can tell you till they blue in the face, you didn't do anything to cause this, and I just don't know why. But it's scary because then it's
part
like,
of you.
how am I supposed to help you then?
Right.
What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and watch you
go
like,
through
like
this.
go through
And
this?
I can't-
And sometimes you do.
That is
And
that
that's
is
the
so
hardest
hard.
part.
Yeah, and
It's the
sometimes you
hardest
have to
part.
sit there
That
and just
is
let
like-
them put their head on your shoulder and go through their process. Excuse me.
Yeah, and
And it's hard
and it's
because
like
nobody wants to see their woman.
yeah, it's like stop,
Right.
get it,
Right.
get it.
Yeah, that's
Come
that
back.
fix it. I need to fix it. I need to get this
That's
right.
that.
Let's fix it.
That's
Yeah.
that. I'm fixing Felix in this
Yeah.
mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've learned in dealing with my current situation with my friend, I can't heal you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only God can heal you. I can help you. God is going
Right.
to use me as a vessel to help you in certain areas. But what I'm also learning in the recent weeks is God will allow certain things to happen because you haven't addressed it or dealt with it, so He can pull it out of you.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I learned that
Oh yeah.
individually by myself in my time away. There's things you have to deal with, and if you won't, God will allow those things to continue to
So you have to deal
resurface.
with
So
it.
you have to address it, and you have to work on it. Now I'm learning in dealing with it, in dealing with somebody else. There's things we addressed or halfway committed to, or you halfway talked about it, and he's like, that's not what I wanted you to do. I needed you to fully embody it. Remember we talked about that immediate obedience? We wasn't immediately obedient to what he was telling us, and now we're dealing with the ramifications of the actions. So that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's
does.
a crappy place to be in because I'm in the state based off of what happened, in the last couple of years and then what happened the last couple of months. Like you, I'm afraid of people walking out of my life. I'm not gonna say I'm afraid. I don't really care for other people. But when you are in a space with me and I don't want to lose you,
You hold on tight to it.
every argument or disagreement is this gonna be the time? Is this gonna be the time? Is this gonna be the time where they say I've had enough? I don't have to deal with you.
Right.
I've had that. My last relationship literally ended that quickly, an argument, and then she was like, I don't want to do this no more. I'm done. I don't want to be in a relationship. That quickly, in a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, how can let's bring this back. Let's talk about it. Let's because I don't want to lose you. Like I don't want to lose you. So what we got to do? What space we got to get in to really work this out?
Yeah.
Because if I don't care, bye.
Right.
Oh, you feel some type of way? Bye. Like I did. What's it called? I can't say it without giving up
Yeah,
to it.
no, we can't say it.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you did. No, you did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
After a while.
Because I got a soft spot for people. When I let you in, I can't, unless you burn me. We
Right.
talked about this. I don't want people to let you go. I keep you here. But once you get to here, then I push you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I have you here, I don't want you to go nowhere.
Right.
Stay. Yeah, you know, I got some
super protected in that space. I get that.
So, but I don't know. It's just.
Did you find out how to balance that though?
What's that?
What you just described.
Yes.
Because like you said, you.
Yes.
I think that's everyone at this table. Once got
So
where you going?
I had to be reminded.
Okay.
What is meant for you will not pass you by. So what God has in store for you is going to be yours. And if it's not that person, as much as it will hurt and tug at you, who knows best? He does.
Right.
So as much as we desire something or someone, or anything that physically or financially, whatever it is, if it's not for you, it's not happening.
True.
And people think just because people get millions of dollars, that was for them. But guess what? Eternity ain't for them. They gonna be the richest person on earth. Well, I'm gonna have riches in heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is for me will not pass me. And I look at the individual things that start to take place because I question too much. I hate it. I was doing good, and then I got to a place where I started questioning everything. But when things start happening and you start to see little things unfold, you're like, okay. Okay, God, I'm going to trust this.
That's hard.
And it is hard.
That's hard.
It is hard. And I have to literally put myself in the space like, no, this is...
Yeah.
You can't stop people from being people. If people are going to do something, they're going to do it. You know, people always tell you can't stop a cheater from cheating. You can't be like, don't cheat on me. That mean they're going to be like, you know what? I was going to leave the house and cheat on you today, but you told me not to. So now I'm not going to do it. But tomorrow, though, it's open season. People are going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
You just have to trust ultimately in the plan that whatever God is doing, no matter how bad it may hurt in that moment, whatever you lose, he's going to return.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's going to return it better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes you got to go through those hills and valleys with that person to test, are y'all really able to really battle through those moments? Because if you're just in a relationship right now, like none of us are married. We're just dealing with people or relationships or have friends. Are you going to be able, when you get married, to say, you know, we locked in, let's do this, and then go through those same hills and valleys and not tap out? So it's really, everything is a test of faith.
Yeah. And like, that's why for me, I feel like since I started going to church this year back in February, March, our relationship has grown that much more.
Absolutely.
Just simply because we have a spiritual
butt.
foundation. Yes. And I got my head on my butt.
Not that he was terrible.
I finally got out of my ways, because I was the person that was going to say, no, I'm not going to church. No.
It wasn't even there. He just was annoying. I love him, though. Never doubt. Sorry,
to a point.
I ain't going to say that.
It's okay, because you know me, I'm going to throw shots, too.
You've been doing that.
Shit, look, brother. Okay.
Yeah, I done got shot at 37 times.
But it's like when you have a rooted foundation and you guys are both on the same page or working to get there, the same things that matter that was a problem aren't a problem anymore. Or they're not as serious or as it was before, because it's like, oh, okay, we're here again. How do we handle this situation? Oh, shit. Well, we need to talk to God about this.
Yeah,
because we've been here before. We didn't figure it out. So we need to go to somebody that got the answer.
Yes.
And so that changes the whole dynamic of everything, because sometimes you don't have it's funny because you don't have you have an issue and you don't have a resolution with each other, but God just be like, oh, okay, I got you guys, and I'm gonna work this out for you. Move these chess pieces around here. And he'd be like, oh,
you know what else is beautiful about that? When you're dealing with a woman that's rooted in God, and this is one of my biggest things, and I didn't learn it as much until now, is a woman who's rooted in God. So when she does have an issue or you guys have an issue, she take it to God first and not her ratchet friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said it. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. No disrespect, but all disrespect. If you're a godly woman, and this is not a shot at nobody individually, but if you're a woman walking in God, and we all have those friends who are not rooted, and not believers or not this, and they live a certain lifestyle, whatever, that's you. But if you rooted and you trying to progress towards God, stop letting people who are not walking the same walk try to influence your relationship.
Right. Because you have to check your settings.
Because ultimately, they not, first and foremost, what they're going to do is, if you really go to your friend and they really go real, they're going to call you out first. What did you do?
Exactly.
Well, how did you handle the situation? Now, oh, girl, he ain't the one there. If he ain't going to do what you need him to do, what you want him to do, he ain't. She miserable too, because she done went through 17 of them that month and don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think the reason I hit you, I said, "What'd you do now?"
Yeah, no, he did. That's how I met him. He said, "What'd you do?" I said, "Dang." But it's fact. Accountability. Check your settings. Check yourself first.
Yeah.
But when you got people around you that makes it okay for you to not check yourself, it's always somebody else's fault.
Right.
Yep.
So then you end up in the same dynamic, repeating the same cycle. So a woman that goes to God first and says, you know what, I'm going to take this to him first. I'm going to pray. I'm going to talk to him, and then he going to reveal to me, makes a huge difference.
Right.
Than somebody that says, girl, let me tell you about Keith today.
Or
she going to tell you what you
if
want to
she
hear.
can come to you with something, because we're humans, right? So you going to get all this emotion or whatever.
I'll take all of it.
And then you go back and you just say, I need you to go reflect to this. I need you to go pray about it. I need you to go focus, because I don't have the answer for you.
Give it to
And
me.
then they're able to listen and then go figure it out with God.
That's fine. I prefer my woman 10 out of 10 times to do that. Come tell me, hey, sir, I'm dealing with something. It's your fault. Even if it's not my fault. But I need to talk to God. I need to figure out some things, reprioritize, reassess, whatever, and then we can talk about it.
Right.
I'm good with that.
Right.
See, I need that point, because I'm not there.
I'm good. I want the communication. I want all the smoke.
Yeah. The communication don't bother me.
It don't bother me at all, because if you're not communicating with me, who you communicating with? And then that's one problem. When you start letting too many people into your situation, relationship, friendship, whatever, you got 15 different opinions pouring into you, and 14 of them ain't right.
Right.
They self-opinionate based off how they deal with stuff. Woman, you ain't never dated me, so stop telling her how to date me or talk to me, because you ain't never dealt with me. Now, you done dealt with some ratchet Negroes in your past, and they didn't use and abused and manipulated you. I'm sorry you went through that. Yeah. I'm not him.
Right.
So don't put your pain and suffering off on me when I'm trying to do right by this young lady. It got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, women do that. I have women come to me to talk to me about the situation they're dealing with their man. Too. I've never once, and I'll tell any women that, even ones I've dated, talked to, been with, when they talk about their exes, I never talk crap about a man. Never talk crap about your dude. As a best friend, as somebody I'm interested in, I will never crap on the person you're dealing with or we're dealing with.
And that's the one thing that you've always stuck by.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel, what she did, but you're not going to talk bad about so-and-so.
Not going to do it, because guess what? At the end of the day, you might go back to him anyways. Then I look stupid. Right. Or then you get defensive over here. Or you don't even know everything we went through. So why you talking? I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I would ask for the same respect, but everybody don't move like that, and that's okay. Everybody's not wired the same. I can live with that. But I'm not going to crap on nobody just to give myself a one-up or to make them feel like they was justified. No, what did you do when that happened? How did you respond? Yeah. Because I can kind of understand why he may feel the way he's feeling. As a man, not saying he was right, but as a man, your actions, his reactions, I get it. Don't make it right, but I understand. So how can you prevent that from happening for you in the future? But not everybody think that way, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but when it comes to the other gender, right. All men ain't crap. Big fact. We all the same, which is not true. We not. There's a lot of us out there.
It go both ways.
Oh no, it definitely go both ways.
You know,
we just talking about women right now.
You know me. I'm a neutral.
Everything go both ways, but got to stand the ground on something.
Got to have a foundation. Somewhere.
What is your foundation?
Is that a question too?
Yeah.
No, it's just
No, I'm just.
it's something to self process and
Right,
reflect
right,
on,
right, right.
Men and women, what is your foundation? What are you going to stand for, and what aren't you going to stand for?
And what's
right.
your breaking point?
Yeah,
Yeah. What they call that boundaries? You got to set your
You got
boundaries.
to set boundaries.
yeah.
You got to set. But
Also got to learn what
Boundaries is
are.
And are you willing to let go of that person when they cross that line?
Yeah.
Because you can set all these boundaries, you can set, and then you keep letting them push
that boundary further back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you are hurting yourself
Yes.
even more.
Yes.
True.
And I'm sure I've been there. I don't know about y'all, but
Yes.
I've been there. And that's a place I'll never go back to.
Can't go back to.
We'll
And it
never go
sucks
back there.
because
Out of love.
yeah.
Because I love you. Because I'm trying to work this out with you.
And then sometimes, too many times, men and women, because those boundaries were pushed so far back, when we get involved with somebody else, we put the boundary all the way here. And now we don't let that person in here. So we never really get to experience them at their best capacity or their full capacity because we've pushed. And I'm not saying boundaries not necessary,
Right.
but we need to set realistic boundaries.
Yep.
Especially when you're starting over. I hate the starting over process. I hate getting. I dealt with somebody for 8 years. Think I wanted to get to know somebody all over again? And in no disrespect, it took me a minute. That's why I know God's timing is intentional with who you meet and when they come into your life. Because I still had to shake some of those things out when I came home. I just told him there's video games and stuff I couldn't play because they was attached to that person. TV shows that I to this day have not watched
Yep.
because they were attached to that person, and now I just have no interest in watching them.
Man, I had to cut the whole radio off at one point because I couldn't listen to a song.
You feel me? So, but I allowed those boundaries and those walls to be pushed for so long, and I'm not blaming that person 100% because I played my part in it, and that's why I say people make sacrifices and compromises. Being with me at that time was a sacrifice or a compromise.
Right.
Respectfully, she handled it the best way she thought she could. I respect it. No love lost. It is what it is. But going forward, I had to make a decision. Do I set the boundary here and protect myself? Or do I set the boundary here and trust God?
Being honest, think you need to do both.
Oh, I have, but that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And I've communicated that openly. Especially when it comes to that, I openly, listen, this is how I feel. I trust you, but I trust you till here. I trust people till you give me a reason not to.
Not to.
Right.
But at the same time, I have to protect myself. No disrespect to you, but I've had people wake up on Sunday and walk out of my life on Monday. So, sorry, not sorry. But just don't give me a reason. Like, I'm not going to give you a reason. And I may mess up. I do. But I don't feel like every trigger should be an opportunity to be like, I want out of this.
Right.
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 But if that trigger is coming through already and things are happening,
already out.
then you were already out, or you weren't in as much as you said you were.
Yeah, that's
right?
one thing I'm grateful for realizing now, yeah.
And then, or one person was way over here and the other one was way over here.
Yeah, I
and,
won't do that.
And like it was miscommunication or misconstrued on how,
Or just that person was like, no, I'm not budging.
how the perception was.
No, they just ran, I'm not budging.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
I went through it.
Yeah, no, there's that too. No,
I'm telling you.
I'm
like,
not moving.
I'm not moving.
yeah, no, yeah.
Because Ray, what about you, man? Like as far as like relationship dealing with a woman trying to lead accordingly, because some of us, some of us deal with different personalities. Like some of us deal with women who have more aggressive, move, independent personalities.
Right.
And then some of us deal with some that are passive, like I'm gonna let you take the lead. You know, I'm used to, if I have to, I will depend on me.
Right.
But
right.
I'm trusting you as my man to lead me, and then wherever we go from there, whether it's good or bad, you lead us into the pit or the fire or what, I'm gonna ride with you.
Right.
So in your perspective, in your situation, like describe what is like your experience, how you handle, move, groove, recover, communicate.
Who did that? This man. Nah, I mean, mine's is similar to y'all's, man. I'm probably a bigger communicator now than I've ever have been in any situation with any female, period. Because I'm to myself, so I had to learn. Say what you mean what you say.
Yep.
Stop playing around, throwing stuff out to see what stick. No, this is what it is, and this is how I'm moving, and stand to it. Personality types that you talk about. That's a different one for me right now.
Amen.
I hate you for that question.
Amen. Listen, I get it.
Whoa, it touched your spirit, brother.
Test your spirit, your mind, your hands,
mind, and everything.
your feet.
But what I will say is this: I have a respect, a true, genuine respect for that person. Mm-hmm. So that gives me patience, understanding, and willingness to say, okay, I understand where you speak from to a point. We got to pull it back on something.
Yeah, we got to reel it in.
Because
we got to reel it in.
Reel it in. But because I have that, and I know you have the same this way, despite what this mouth might be doing, it gives the space to have real conversation and dialogue to come to that space. But it ain't easy.
Oh, no.
It ain't easy at all.
Nope.
And then when you see the dynamic of that whole world, that you got to be talking about this person comes from, you got to take it all in. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So then it's like, okay, I'm more to myself. I don't need a lot of people around me. Mm-hmm. I'm quiet. I ain't even got to express my opinion and know where I stand on something because I'm going to move how I move.
Yeah.
And I know she going to move how she move. But it's when we start moving like that and it ain't
in unison.
It ain't unison.
Yeah.
Now we got a problem.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem I don't want because, again, what you mean to me is what you mean to me. So let's not even get there. Yeah. You feel me? So, we editing this.
To be honest, I mean, you really haven't. I mean, not
you haven't said nothing bad. I don't
no. But I want to say something.
No, I get it, and it's in full transparency.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, everybody is aware of my situation. I have a friend who I am getting to know and growing, and we're in the process of healing. And she gonna be mad at me. She can be mad at me later. I'll get over it. Add to the list. But since I've been home, I've prayed about when people come into my life. Because I need to make sure. I can't afford to make the same mistakes over and over. And the last time I got distracted.
Yeah.
And that prayer subsided. And the proof was in the pudding when that person was removed from my life.
Yeah.
This situation, I prayed from the moment before we even probably even physically spoke to each other in person.
Yeah.
That I don't make the same mistake again.
Right. Ooh.
I've prayed for God to reveal His plans for us in due time.
Right.
I've prayed on how to help and maneuver and deal and grow and process and. A lot of the prayers for her and her growth and her healing and her family and what she has to go through to even get to the point where she's ready for that. I know what I desire. I know what God has shown me.
Yeah.
I try not to put that on her. My actions do.
Yeah.
Because I'm a person of actions.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I'm capable of.
I don't care about what you're talking. I really don't.
Like, I'm going to show you my potential. I'm going to show you the man that when you decide that this is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And that's good and bad, unfortunately. There's parts of us that are bad that you're going to see what you're going to have to do with. But I move accordingly because you are in that space.
Yeah.
Nobody else gets in that space once you're in that space.
Right.
I'm not letting nobody else in.
Right.
Like, we're friends, but nobody else is in that space. So I move accordingly with you in that space. I respect her 110 times over. Yeah. She knows how I feel about her. I pray that God continue to work in our lives and move and groove the way He desires for us.
Yeah.
But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. God is not the author of confusion. He is intentional. He knows what He's doing.
Okay.
It's no coincidence. So again, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. But I have to be patient. And in that patience is working some other things out that I didn't know I had to work out, and I don't like that part. Because God has opened up other doors and stuff where He was like, oh, you thought you was good? Let me open this door up real quick. See what's behind door number 4.
I'm going to share this story. So, y'all know, I think it was last week before, I was saying I was moving, doing all this stuff, right? Okay. So, I've been on that journey. Like praying. And I ain't never prayed this much. And even with this person, I've been praying with her, telling her like really deep stuff about what's going on. And she's saying how the story is unfolding with the dude. Long story short about the house, I had to pull away because it wasn't what God needed me to do. But in the midst, in my prayer, because one of the things that I pray for is a woman that has a heart for me, that sees me, not
What you can provide.
what I can provide. Yeah, all that, but not, culturally, I could do this. And no, can you stand behind me when all the fire is at me? Are you
when I'm at the low,
You know?
they done threw you under the jailhouse.
You gonna be here? Are you
going
gonna encourage me? Are you gonna speak life into me? Right? So that can get deeper. We'll talk about that later. But we sitting in this house. Dude gave me the keys. I mean, me and her, the only people in this house. And she comes up to me. Never has she ever in the
History of y'alldom.
Y'alldom. Never in the history of
Never in the
y'alldom.
history of y'alldom.
You're
I
right.
got you. I got you.
Yeah,
I
now
got
you
you.
see, my brother.
That was great.
I like that.
Listen.
There you go. But so we sitting there, and she came up to me, and she grabbed my hand, and she was like, "Let's pray." I almost lost it in this place. Because we've never prayed together. We go to church together. We do all this stuff.
It's different when you pray together.
But the way she grabbed my hand, looked at me, and said, "Pray." Like she told me, hit me in my gut. Like,
Amen.
ooh.
It hit different, huh?
It hit different.
It feel good.
It feel different, right? I was like, then in my mind, I look up, okay, God, you listening to me right now? Like, is you really okay? Because keep it in a buck. That's something. Don't play.
Yeah, don't play in that realm.
Don't play in that realm.
Because you open up the box. Pandora box.
Because this heart already big.
What?
You go there and you
gonna
showing
fall
me
in
that
it.
for real. Oh, I'll fight for you now.
You want to talk about attractiveness.
You right. No.
Listen.
You feel what I'm saying? So again, going back to what you asked me, these are the things that I'm learning and going through and seeing, okay, you showing me this, but now you showing me this.
Bruh.
Okay, how we go balance
Bruh.
this wall? Because I'm about to take the car and just go through this brick wall head first.
I get it.
So I sit and I'm a contemplator. I will process. That's why I don't just jump off, kind of like how you saying. Okay, all right, let me get the feelings out. Let me get the...
And then really process
really
it.
process this. Okay.
Organically.
Right. This is who this woman is. Who is she to you? Forget what everybody is saying. And what are you? Because one thing I even told her, we ever bump heads, I said, I don't care where it go come down to. Remember who I am and what I mean to you, because I will always remember the same with you.
Respectfully.
I don't care where it go. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, and whoever in this room.
Respectfully.
I told her, I'm going to look dead at you. Remember. And you know what it is, because I walk out that. I don't care.
The door.
You feel me?
I
So,
feel you.
again, anyway, story time for y'all. I got a lot of them.
No,
but there we go.
respect that. No.
Yeah.
See, that was one of the main things I knew that God had changed my heart when your perspective or with your desire for a woman changed.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I thought I'm gonna marry me a light skin that play ball, that this tall, she
I
gonna
ain't think I'd be
dance.
with a black girl. We
I ain't
gonna keep it real.
And I might not, it though.
We are always friends.
Oh God, that hurt the soul.
He said that hurt, but
That hurt the soul.
But real talk, no, like we all. Let's just keep it a buck. When we was younger, even in our early 20s, whatever, late 20s, because we all over 30.
Shoot, before the relationship we probably have right now.
We had a vision, especially after the relationship ended. Oh, this is what I'm going to. I sat up in the bay for a year talking about, I'm a man, you can't nothing. And I got home and I ain't see nothing that look like that. That's even the least bit attractive. But I had a young lady who came into my life, and I had to tell her. We was in the room, and before y'all take that the wrong way, we was building a prayer board. A prayer board. Worship music is playing in the background. That's dope. And we are sharing life experiences and opening up and expressing heartfelt conversation with no intent, no nothing, just pure communication. Yeah. And I told her, I'm gonna need you to be careful. Because you opening up a space that ain't nobody ever tapped into. Right. And I'm a like it. So, and then you really not gonna be able to go nowhere because you didn't tapped into a space that ain't nobody else tapped into, and I really don't want nobody else there but you. Yeah. And when you start tapping into things spiritually, and somebody can pour into you with scriptures and words of encouragement, and that's another thing I'm realizing. Me and her gonna have a conversation today, because the devil has been at work, and I knew it, and I've been praying for it, but I ain't took the necessary action. So that's on me. Lead by example. Yep. But when they start tapping into the mother, boy. Yeah, no, you tapping into. You said another level of attraction. What? Yeah. What, heart start racing for no reason? Is she singing Maverick City at 6:30 in the morning? Right. Did she?
Let's keep it about. It's better than any sex you can get. What? Man.
What? What did I wake up to?
Is it to say a holy orgasm? Is that wrong? Is that blasphemous? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You know what? We keep it real, and sometimes you gotta have. You don't have a proper conversation.
But right. Sometimes it just do something inside of you. And then the moments when it go back to what this whole conversation started about, how women get on our nerves. It's in those moments where you be like, you know what, it's worth it. Right. Everything you done did to piss me off this week is worth this moment. Right. Yeah. I don't even care. What was them birds you said you wanted? You said you wanted the new Uggs. Put them in the car, baby. You don't care. Yeah. Because they just, and that's what I say. What's meant for you will be for you. So when things start happening, and God will show you, and we got to pray for discernment, understanding of what's going on, because sometimes our flesh will pop up instead of our spiritual understanding.
Okay, so I'm glad you went here.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing two different things for you. Right?
Okay, I don't like that this is about me now, but it's cool.
No, because, we're talking about the situation, right? And things of that nature. Where you say you are is here. Mm-hmm. Where you actually are is here.
I could agree with that.
And so my worry, and this is just me talking as your boy, as your brother and everything, my worry for you is you're too far here to where something might happen here and it's going to mess something up. Or the excitement, the flesh world is overcoming this part right here. Because you're being, like you said, you're being shown all that good stuff. Oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. You're being shown all that good stuff and things of that nature. And it's just literally lifting you because of that image. And and here's the thing, because it sounds like I'm trying to be a Debbie Downer.
No, I get it.
But it's not that. One thing that I've noticed for you in your journey is dial it back in. He has always had to bring you back to him, ground zero, whatever, however you need to do it.
That's a calling on your life, brother.
Mm-hmm. He is always bringing you back whenever you getting too far forward. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've noticed. And so, and maybe that's just how I picture things. So I'm picking up on things that happen because maybe not. Maybe y'all in the same spot as somebody else and she in denial, right? But it's like, nah, this what keep happening to him. He keep going so far out, and then he got to reel back in. But then it's when he got to reel back in, it sucks.
So I'm agree 1,000% with you, but I'm also elaborate. I don't know why I pulled my candy out. I'm gonna elaborate.
Well, I thought you had a piece of paper or
No,
something.
so
Like
you
that.
just-
little
little fortune cookie. Since you didn't brought it up, I was prepared
Show
for
me
this
your
rebuttal.
receipts.
See, you want to go there? Let me pull up verse 76, chapter 37, 22. The word said. No, I'm just kidding. So that was one of the main things we talked about, and not right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because when things happened, we started moving and grooving, then we understood the assignment. And we talked about on our episode, y'all saw it on the Day One's page, we talked about where we at. But not getting too far ahead of ourselves. I believe now what happened to set us back,
Happened already.
no, when it was necessary. To reel us back in. And I'll even go so far to say myself. I'm not even going to put it on her. I'm put it on me entirely.
Right.
Not that we got too far ahead or too far out. It's just God is saying, just take it slow. Slow. Because in the past, you've maneuvered and then elevated. And both of you were willing to elevate.
Yeah.
Or in this case, she's like, I need time. Not sure what I want. And in my cases, I need time. I know ultimately what I want, but I'm okay in this space because we're moving and grooving. So, to an extent, yes. But at the same time, because we communicate about that thoroughly, sometimes to the point where it's annoying because we get reminded so often because people just won't let us be. People just won't let us exist. Everybody has their opinion on what it is we're doing.
Opinions.
You can look at Cousin Ray if you want to. I wasn't just talking about you.
What?
No. I'm just looking at. I can't look at him.
I
I can't look at him.
Why
right
you
now.
can't look
I
at me?
understand. I
Look,
understand.
because you don't got social media, so we
Okay,
we don't see.
But
You
listen.
don't see what we see.
Listen, Cousin
Okay?
Ray. Cousin Ray, look at me. Stop laughing. What we talk about, when I move a certain way, I'm giving you the full totality of my potential. That don't mean there has to be a label on it or a title right now.
Right.
But the way we moving, it says, you know what, this man is taking this woman seriously.
Seriously.
And that's what I need people to understand. This, especially because this is a woman of God
Right.
who is moving accordingly, and she's growing in her walk. I'm growing in my walk. We're equally yoked, regardless of what she says. She'll say, I'm a little more advanced, whatever. We're equally yoked. I need people to know this is just not another woman that I'm hanging out with, kicking it with, turning up with. No, I take this woman seriously because this is a child of God. Well, they all are, but she's moving in that direction. And she deserves to be treated and respected and appreciated in that space. And to let any other floozy know, if you ain't even here where she at, you don't really stand it. So you might well just go back the other way and go jump in there with the rest of the floozies. I'm just me. I don't need multiple people in my inbox. I'm cool with where I'm at and who I'm at, and I don't care that everybody knows.
I'm cool with that. I understand that.
So that's my thing. I'm going to show appreciation and respect where it's due. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my friends, but you toast everybody get their appreciation. But my mom brought this up to me a couple weeks ago. Me and her had a real heart-to-heart. Everybody in my family has their person. All y'all got y'all person. Y'all got y'all significant others. You got your girlfriends. My brothers and siblings have their husbands and wives, their children. Dot out here solo dolo. So I have a person, and that's my mom ultimately. But I don't have that person. She has stepped into that space. Even if it's a friendship, it's a unique friendship where she is my person. And respectfully, I talk to her more than I talk to anybody else. So right now in that space of helping me and moving me and correcting me and helping me heal, she is that person.
Yeah.
So I do have to be careful with not mistaking her purpose in my life for my desires.
Yes.
So I pray about that daily. It's hard.
I hate y'all.
Hard. That's why this episode need to go live. But because it's true. But I have to be careful with that. And when I tell you, I've never prayed for a woman more than I prayed or am praying for this woman. And I'm talking about every time, even when we disagree, I'm like, Lord, please, like, just help us to find our way to.
Right.
Without sounding like a simp, and she'll call me one regardless, I do not want to lose her in my life in any aspect. If she woke up tomorrow and said, Keith, we will only be friends, remain friends, that's all we can be, I will accept that.
Yeah.
It may sting a little.
Yeah.
I'll be okay, I'll live.
Yeah.
But I still desire to have you in my life because of what you've done.
Man, here's another story since you keep bringing it.
Oh, don't say I keep it. Come try to put the blame on me. You know, since you keep asking questions about stories.
No, to just go off of what you saying. And it's funny how God be moving sometimes. Same thing, same exact thing you just said, I had to say last week in a real way. Because I was breaking down.
Yeah.
And I had to say straight up, if this is what this is, tell me. Because if it's not, I don't want to believe something that's not true.
A false narrative, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You will always be who you are to me. On this side or that side, that don't matter to me. Because I know, again, I just told y'all, I know.
Yeah, where I stand.
So we don't got to play that game. But this is that vulnerability that women talk about they want from a man. This honesty that you want from a man. All this what y'all want.
Wow.
Until you get a real man in front of you saying, okay, I'm going to give you what you say you want.
Can you really handle it?
Can you handle it? And if you can, show me that, but then give it back to me. Give me that same respect. Because no, I don't want to hear the opposite and we go the other way or whatever. I ain't in it for that. But if that's what needs to be, don't be like everybody else. Because I could have stayed over here and been in my whatever world, not giving a damn about who's on that side. But you, I care about. You feel what I'm saying? So
I feel it.
I connect to what you're saying, but
it's just in two different spaces.
Two different spaces.
You
and
that person got history.
Talk about you. I just wonder: is it really a real connection that you feel you gotta be connected to somebody versus walking by yourself where God might want? I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And it's not about having to be connected to somebody. Okay. Because I went through a season where I wasn't, and I even went through a season when I was with somebody and wasn't connected to them. And you know that's a whole nother place to be in.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes, when you are in a season with somebody and you're not connected,
and then you still love them.
Yes, but also, and that's why I know my journey that I had to go through served a purpose because God allowed me to go into that season with nothing. Yeah, no relationship, no kids. No, nothing that I had to be concerned with outside of my environment because I needed to be solely focused on him. Right. Anything else, no disrespect to loved ones, would have been a distraction. Yeah. Because I'd have been worried about, are they eating? She good? Is she cheating? This. I didn't have to take none of that with me. Yeah. So I spent a season that no disrespect, none of you have had the, and I don't say leisure or the benefit because
you can have it.
No. Yeah. I took a season where I had to fend for Keith every day. Yeah. And Keith only. Now don't get me wrong, my ministry was expanded and God used me, but it was about Keith and Keith healing. Yeah. And Keith working and Keith understanding being independent. Keith being solo, Keith not needing somebody to be there. Because I was that person before. Now I'm okay. I'll go to Denny's by myself. I will do stuff by myself. But I also will tell them when I'm in that space, I need somebody to ride with me. Because in my head right now, I don't need to be alone. Right. I will do that. Yeah. But for the most part, I move and groove. Yeah. I'm okay. Because I got to that point where I'm like, you know what, Lord, I'm just going to be the fun uncle that can show up to the to the functions. Right. solo dolo. It's okay. But then I realized that's not what God desires for me. I just wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a dependency. I don't have a dependency on a woman or needing a partner. But I believe that God has a plan for my ministry and the advancement of the gospel through me. And it but it requires a godly woman who is submissive to his will so that both of us can be elevated into that place.
Yeah, I can't see another way for you, honestly.
So, and when God puts people in your lives, it's not on accident. And again, I'm not saying it necessarily has to be her, and I'm not trying to press that agenda or put that pressure on her.
No,
but she has definitely opened up the realm of possibilities to show me that like you can find that in somebody. Not every woman is the same, and not every woman has the same agenda.
Right.
So I'm grateful for that. Yeah. As far as how I'm moving, that's just me. If I turn it off, I turn it off. And then if I turn it off, then you're gonna be like, I'm a lover boy, like I said. So
you know what's weird? You know how I go down the rabbit hole once we start talking about something or whatever, right? Because 2 or 3 times now you've been like, oh, not that I I
like to dissect my stuff.
Yeah.
Well, God
got me paying attention.
God has done this, and I know this is what God desires, right? As far as showing you a godly woman.
In general, but yeah.
You're right. Do you feel that sometimes your worldly desires conflict sometimes with God's plan?
Absolutely. I'm a human.
In this specific situation.
Yeah, it already has. And that's why I said it was very important that boundaries need to be reestablished.
And I guess I'm looking at it from what you want versus what his plan is. From like
that's what I was trying to
as I'm on the outside looking in and just like going down the rabbit hole. Are you? Man, that's a weird. It's a weird question to say. Is your agenda and what you want, or is it actually God's agenda? Right? How do we know that?
Decipher the two.
The two, yes.
It's not easy. First of all, I'm gonna tell you that first and foremost. Prayer and discernment is crucial. But God will show you. Simply. He will reveal when you start doing stuff, especially under your own desire, it will fail.
Yeah.
Man, I feel conviction will be happening. That feeling when you be like, did you just
you know when it happens, regardless of what it is, whether it's an action, whether it's a word, whether it's a movement by yourself or with that person, in that moment, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
Especially
like when you by yourself and you like.
And my exact words was, that wasn't right.
Yeah.
So I know, I'm not gonna say I know. I can only go off of what I'm witnessing. If it was my own desires, things would be different already. That's for sure. And that's how it's been in the past. That's how I know that God is maneuvering, because the level of patience that has had to take place. The humbling setbacks, the conversations, the environment that I am partaking with this person, and that person's placement in my community. Yeah. We don't let everybody into the village.
No.
And not so willingly, openly, especially on like the first kick it.
No.
And comfortably, consistently in the village.
Yeah.
With no hesitation, where everybody like, hey girl, how you doing? Bring you and your family. That don't happen.
Yeah.
Ever, because even the one that listen don't happen. So little things that happen that are revealed, I'm like, okay, not now, just wait.
Yeah.
If that's what he has for me, just wait.
And it's crazy, right? Because I wanted to bring that into a personal situation, right? It's not about the relationship, but it's like what's happening. So as we talked one time, we talked about like I just feel like something's tugging on me.
Yeah.
Something's tugging on me where I'm reaching out to people and stuff like that. So I have these things going on at work where I'm doing A, B, C, and D. So I put it out there. I threw my name in a hat for a position. I get to find out by Wednesday.
Okay.
And I don't know. But here's the crazy part about it. I am already okay if I don't get the position. One, because I'm going to do my job too, but I got a backup plan. So I was like, what's the point of even having this position then? If I already got my backup plan, right. I'm still about to grow and develop some people and do all this other kind of reach out to people. So I was like, what's the point of getting this position then? Or what was the point of even going through that? You know? And again, that's just me just thinking, right? But then I'm like, the plan, okay, was the plan, as you said, the plan is revealed. So then is the plan now, I need you to have some faith and trust in yourself or faith in me that I can show you how to do these things or work through these things. And, you know, it's okay to step out of your comfort zone. And I'm going to make you do it this way, but here's really what the ultimate plan is. And you about to grow and develop all these people over here.
The faith is whatever I have for you, it's what's best for you.
Yeah, that's true too.
It's legitimate. And it's we tend to complicate because we overthink. And I'm a major overthinker.
Yeah.
And we try to decipher God and second, hey, God, well, you didn't do that, so you must. I always say, oh, God has something greater. He always had something greater in store for us. He desires the greatest for us. And like we just talked about, what's meant for us will not pass us by. So everything is a test of our faith.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's a matter of, okay, God, I applied for this job. Yeah, I'm good if I don't get it. But it's more like, I just believe that whatever you're doing, it serves a bigger purpose than me.
Yeah.
So if you put me in this position, it serves a purpose bigger than me. If I'm not in that position, it's because it's serving a purpose bigger than me. Wherever it is that you're placing me, setting me, moving me, grooving me, whatever, is bigger than me.
Right.
And that's where we as believers tend to lose sight because it's about us. God, why is this happening to me? Because it's not about you. It's about where I'm about to put you to help others.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are moving and grooving on this earth whose not sanctification, but their purpose and the God's plan cannot fully come to fruition until they cross your path.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it goes back to that video we talked about before where it shows when God asks when you get to heaven, how many lives have you impacted?
Right.
Well, Lord, I helped 3 people. Yeah, but you was meant to save 10,000. Not save, but impact 10,000. Our purpose, whether it's being the OM at Target, whether it's selling houses, or whether it's sitting behind a microphone for the next 10 years, is to impact people with our testimony and our story and what God is doing for us. And we can only do that if we continue to walk by faith, not by sight, share the good news, be grateful, walk in love, mercy, grace, all the good stuff, fruit of the Spirit. But we got spiritual battles that we're going to deal with every day.
Yes.
And the devil, the enemy, will use moments like what you're going through right now to make you question that. He's going to use moments of what you're going through like the house to make you question that. Mm-hmm. God, everything lined up right. I was supposed to get this. How about why it didn't go through, man? You ain't, because I went there.
But I guess in my situation, I don't have a question.
Mm-hmm. This is beautiful. I'm happy for you.
Which is crazy because I know what I'm about to do regardless.
Yeah. You think you know what you're about to do.
Yeah. Right. At least I know.
I get what you're saying.
What's been set up, right? You know, basically, okay, I have this role where I help develop my leaders. I help lead them. I'm applying for a role, right? But I just took captainship of the thing where I'm developing the leads, which is our next underneath us. And so regardless if I get this role, whether I'm doing it with the leads and the leaders or just the leads themselves, that's why I'm saying I feel like something's already been open and like this is what's been open and what's been revealed.
And that could possibly be very true. Yeah. There's definitely doors opening. When one door closed, God's opened another one. Right. So it's definitely the possibilities when God is at the forefront are.
And I guess it's just crazy just because it doesn't feel like I'm at a loss either way. To put it in perspective, no matter what turns out as a situation, unless like for whatever reason I lose my job, right? Then I'm not going to feel like I'm at a loss because either way, I already know I'm about to start doing some things that's going to help people, that's going to help other people, and it's going to impact us.
See, and that reminds me of what I went through when I applied for the other position and thought it was locked in, thought we was good to go, moving and grooving, and then I didn't get it. Within the day, I lost out on more pay, but I still had a job
Yeah.
that I can go to. My hours changed, it worked out. And then God told me, I'm not done with you here yet.
Yeah.
So sometimes our elevation is delayed because there's a process that hasn't been completed here.
And I still see it as, I guess I just only see it as a winning elevation, even though it's not how we thought it was going to be. But it's still a elevation because then there has been different things that you weren't doing a month ago that you're doing today.
Mm-hmm. Which goes back to the root of the problem. Women. I'm just kidding.
Adam and Eve.
Okay,
Men have
listen.
fallen behind
Listen.
this
Let's talk about that real quick before we go up. Let's dive into that real quick because that is the epitome of how men are supposed to lead. Adam and Eve is the truest story of why. Because everybody won't blame women, and this is a particular case where man failed, and woman got the blame.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody know the story. God created Adam first. He said, "My man should not walk alone." So he took his rib to create a woman, put him in the Garden of Eden, gave him to Adam. That's another thing we talked about because was that you? That was you that asked me about
So basically,
evolution.
you saying we shouldn't listen to women is what you saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you saying.
That's not what I'm saying.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
Adam
Let me
did not
finish.
listen to that woman.
No, let me finish.
We would not.
No. Let me finish. Before you start
What I'm saying right now.
Partially. But you had talked about that, just a side quest about evolution and all that. There is no evolution, okay? God created man, and then he created animals. He created animals, and he gave man dominion over animals, and we named them and all of that. So there is no evolution. We ain't come from nothing that we were created first. They came afterwards. Huh? Just want to clarify that. Secondly, he put us in the Garden of Eden. Okay, gave us everything that we need. For those who don't know, the Garden of Eden is where heaven and earth were supposed to, coincide. So God can come down and be with his people. Okay, wonderful. So he gave them access to everything but what? That one tree. Don't touch this tree. Was a tree of knowledge of good and evil or something? I can't remember the exact name of it.
The tree of knowledge.
Yeah. Do not take
That's why
from
we
the
know
tree.
he said it. Oh, this
Yeah. Do not take from that. Who did God tell that to?
Adam.
He gave those instructions to Adam. But who was it that was tricked by the serpent?
The woman.
It was Eve. Okay? But when Eve was tricked, they say they're the root to all our problems. Even though Eve was tricked by the serpent, Adam's dumb butt stood there the whole time and watched it happen. And even when Eve offered it to him, instead of him smacking it out of her hand, he was like, "Well, shoot, she doing it, I'm gonna do it."
Do it too.
Yeah,
No.
that is the epitome of men having to lead from the moment. Why are you talking to that?
No.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a talking serpent. Let's talk about that. Why? That,
Okay, back in the day, that could have been normal. You never.
Yeah, but at that time it wasn't because we had been given dominion over everything. So if you talking, it's not from God. That's not. Animals weren't talking. And if they were, it was because they were possessed.
Something was going on. The snake.
Yeah.
But,
So if a serpent,
like you said, God gave Adam the command.
the instruction to lead, and he took a back seat to his woman.
Yeah.
Not that women can lead.
Yeah.
So you about to have a woman president. Anyway, somebody will get mad in the comments.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. I know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's
Yep.
But as a man, we did not step into our rightful place.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that determined the outcome of human beings after that.
So does that mean women are easily influenced?
No, that means that men are easily retarded.
So you can't say that word.
Excuse me. Remedial.
So that means humans.
Men need to be responsible and lead.
Yes.
I'm not blaming women for our problems, but if we step up in the areas, because he should have relayed that to her. That's communication.
Hey, God said put that down.
Yeah, God said, excuse me,
what you doing?
Why you getting that far away from me to begin with? Hold on. God said we supposed to be doing this together.
Yeah.
What you over there?
Because
What you
she
doing?
already knows she go too far. Hey, she know this voice.
Yeah. Hey. And then you over there talking to...
Hey.
You over there talking. You talking to this unfamiliar serpent. Come run that back over. What are you doing? And now you didn't exposed us. Well, we didn't expose ourselves to things we had no business knowing.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant for us, and that opened up a can of worms. And then
here we are.
Look at the fruit of their actions. Then they had their kids and Cain and Abel, and look how that. And it just was a trickle down effect to where then what God had to do at one point, wipe the earth, and start over. And then look how that turned out. You don't need to do it again though, because I like being here. But it just goes back to Adam was there.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be present as a man, you need to be present as a man.
Yeah.
And lead. And you have to be able to have a backbone to tell your woman, no, we're not doing that, because that's not what God desires for us.
That's very true too.
No.
And you can be mad at me today. And that's that. I've seen it happen in relationships where women, I want this house because this house is beautiful and God is great. And not, this is not the house that God desires for us. But what about everybody? You know, Gina got a 5-bedroom and this one's 7. We can look. This is not the house. This is not the car. This is not the city. God is telling me no. So I need you to trust me as your man.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
And that's not easy unless you have a godly woman who thoroughly understands and is submitting to the will of God.
You got me thinking.
And that's why it's important that we check our settings about the people that we congregate with on a daily basis. There's nothing wrong with having friends and associates and coworkers, but the people that you do life with, relationships, friendships, families, there's been people who've cut their family members off. I believe people in my church for a fact that do not deal with their families because they don't believe.
Yeah.
And they're like, I love you and I will call you and check on you, but I can't congregate in that space with you because of the lifestyle that you're living is detrimental to my walk. So it's important that the people that we congregate in intimately are all tapped into the same mindset,
Yep.
because it can ultimately bring you back into a lifestyle or reel you back in or make it okay to have this halfway faith.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm with y'all, I'm a believer. Y'all know I'm a believer, but I can hoop and holler. I can take a couple sips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pop an Eddie and I'm good. Because then when I get back with my people, one, they not going to know, and they know I'm a believer, so we no.
Right.
You can't live halfway faith.
No.
And it's not easy because none of us are perfect in our walk.
Yeah.
But when you have that conviction, it's a different story.
It's the difference. Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, so that word to convict you. That's another thing about knowing the word. The word will convict you. When you know what the word says, it will pull on your heart and be like,
Right.
every day. It slap you over the head too. And then when you ignore it, then it kick you in the face.
Yeah.
Then you end up in places you never thought you'd be by yourself trying to figure out how you're going to get to the next day.
Maybe that's why I haven't been reading my Bible. That's scary.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you.
I told you I just put apps just to
Listen.
try to keep it.
Sometimes just the scripture a day keep the demons away.
It's funny because last week I picked up my Bible. And it felt so different. Actually, physical Bible reading.
It feel different.
I was like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
it's different.
You know what? I need to try that. I ain't read my Proverbs.
I had no choice. I got into a space where that's all we had.
Yeah.
And I went through, honestly, within that year, I probably went through 7 Bibles, and I gave 2 or 3 of them away.
Oh, wow.
To brothers who didn't have Bibles that were trying to get into it, and I don't know, blah, blah. Bro, take this Bible. I got a Bible at home right now that got so many markings and notes on it.
Yeah.
I love that joint. You could tell we done been to battle.
That's my dad's
Or
Bible.
you can tell me and that new King James version that been to battle. We was at war.
Oh, wow.
What? And then I got my new Bible that I take to church when I open up, and it's all nice. And it got some markings in it. But that other one, you can tell there was a different time in my life. Where I was, Muhammad Ali in that joint. But it's something different about opening that physical.
It is.
It's feeling it. I don't know what it is about actually holding it and reading it.
They, whoever they is, say it's something really spiritual about that. Even pen to paper, it's spiritual.
Yeah.
You read it as physical, like it consumes you differently.
It's just like when they tell you about your feelings when you feel something, you write it on paper. You feel, it's the same thing when you see the word. And I was always that person that like I don't understand the King James version. I don't understand the New King James version.
Yeah.
So I went out and got an English Standard. I had the NIV. I had all of those in the last 2 or 3 years. And yeah, they were able to understand better.
Yeah.
But now my Bible I have now is a King James, the original, and I understand it better. I actually go back to that because I prefer it now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is now, but I prefer that. And I also love the fact that it has the study notes on the bottom. I encourage anybody, if you don't already, and you brothers, to get a study Bible. It makes a big difference because a study Bible not only breaks down certain aspects of the scripture, but it gives you other reference scriptures. It gives you, like today when I was reading Jeremiah 1:5, when Pastor was talking about before I created in your mother's womb. Well, it gives you the backstory of Jeremiah and where Jeremiah, his place in the kingdom and how he moved and what God used him for the upbuilding and the tearing down of the kingdom. So it's a lot more informative to somebody who's not thoroughly like embedded in the word yet. So I encourage a study Bible if you can get one. It brings the concept to life. You feel me? But it's definitely something different about physically holding the Bible.
Do that. That's what we need to do for our Proverbs a day. You know how we was doing it on the app.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
It's just hard because we don't see each other every day. But I do mine like that. I mean, I do it on the app for us to reminder. Yeah. But I physically, because my wonderful friend doesn't let me.
I'm at least.
She doesn't let me forget. Did you read your Proverbs today? I have to read my Proverbs 3 times a day.
That's dope.
I read it one time to go over it, and I let it sit. I'll read it again because the first time is normally on my phone. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm at work. I go to work at 5 a.m. The second time is probably when I get home or when I'm on my lunch, and then at night at some point because she checks me about it. Did you read your Proverbs? And then I'll sit down and read it, and I'll go over the study notes or the study part that shows me what does this mean, what is that part, especially because certain scriptures expound a little differently.
Yeah.
And I'll highlight the ones that I feel speak to me. Some of them I'll even write down on note cards. I'll send them to her. I'll post them so other people can be inspired by them. But the Bible in general, especially the New Testament, is very instructive. It's applicable. That's right. Yeah, applicable. The instructions. So physically picking one up is always more, in my opinion, beneficial. And I don't mean pick it up to throw it at your woman when she get on your nerves because they're the root of all our problems. No, I'm just kidding. I know I'm done.
No, let me say.
No. But yeah, man, no. But this has been a fun conversation. This has been interesting.
Yeah, I think this is really good for us.
I feel a little lighter on my feet. I'm hungry though.
Same.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Oh no, I'm just agreeing with you.
I thought something was tickling.
It did look like he was drifting off.
But you know, I have to reel it back in.
That's what I'm having to do right now, and I have to check myself because I got to reel some stuff back in because I am.
But I do feel a little better. I feel that.
And there's always conversations that can happen outside of outside of this environment where we can tap in a little more and discuss some stuff.
I mean, because there's a lot we could talk about.
What?
I mean, yeah.
What? Absolutely.
It's a lot.
What?
Sound like you got a lot to say.
I do on episode 2.
Okay. So I feel like this was 1 and 2. Shoot. Okay.
Man.
Right.
But yeah,
this might be a multi-part.
Right.
Yeah, this might be 1 and 1. But again, like no disrespect to the women in our lives.
Nah, it's all love.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We value y'all. We adore y'all. Mothers, significant others, sisters.
Wait, you said the who?
Huh?
No, let me stop. No, keep going.
Cousin Ray, let's not do a whole segment on that. Okay.
Because I got love and respect for a lot of people.
I do.
But there's just 1 or 2.
They hold a different space.
A different space.
No, they should.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
No,
yeah.
Like I tell you, like Toast.
Yeah.
Toast, that's my bestie. She is in a different category from her own. Nobody else, and that's no disrespect to nobody.
Nah.
I've just known her for 20 plus years, and we share a friendship that just won't be touched.
Yeah.
So she's in a different realm of her own.
Yeah.
other people that come into my life are in different categories.
Yeah.
And they probably, no disrespect to Toast,
Yeah.
but at one point will probably elevate
Yeah.
past her just because if that's my future wife or whatever is different. But yeah, everybody's not in the same category of, no, absolutely not. But we love all of you.
Oh, yeah.
Mothers, sisters, daughters.
Significant
Are we supposed to love the in-laws?
friends.
That is crazy work.
In-laws.
Yes. You're supposed to love everybody.
The moms? We supposed to love them too?
first,
The mommies.
That's the first
I like
instruction.
her.
The
What about if I
daddy.
like her?
That's the first instruction. You better watch because I can't save you. I can't save you.
the grandmommies.
I am just joking.
I
Just in
can't
case
save
this
you.
ever comes across the
Oh, let's go. 'Cause- What?
I am just playing. You know you. I love you.
That's the first rule.
Even though she cursed me out every
is
time I
gonna-
walk
she-
through the
she
door.
gonna cuss you out when she
I
see
just
this.
pray the blood of Jesus over her. That's
I'm
all
trying
I
to get her
do.
to church. I know I've been changed.
One day.
I know I've been changed.
that day.
Hey, you gonna have to edit this last.
No. This is raw and authentic. This
You
is
know,
Day One's
hey.
content at its finest. I'm not even. This ain't even gonna be a 2-part. This
dang,
is one
I
long
gotta
episode. They just about to sit through 2 hours of us talking nonsense. We don't care. This is from the heart. We
dang.
needed this moment. We didn't expressed ourselves. We didn't open up and got El vulnerability up
I'm
today.
telling you, I want to see it. Then let's pray. We should pray about that.
About what? This.
That person walking through them
Oh,
shows
I had what?
because when it happened,
Listen.
oh,
Oh, I'm going to
Listen.
cry.
you go cry.
I had prayed for people by name for 2 years now, individually, especially in that household, and I have already seen God work. So it's coming.
Okay.
It is coming.
Oh,
And it's gonna catch all of us by off guard.
Look, I'm just going to tell you this.
hey.
That is the deepest rooted person that I know and I have ever experienced. She not gonna live by it. You gonna think, oh, you definitely going to hell with gasoline draws on, right?
Not the guess. Okay.
But that is the deepest rooted person that I know, or that maybe y'all could ever meet. And maybe I'm biased. So what?
Nobody said nothing. I feel
I'm
like you
just
got
saying. I feel it. I feel it.
How you feel?
I feel it.
Listen. I'm not disagreeing because you entitled to your own opinion. I'm not saying she not because she's a very knowledgeable woman, and with knowledge and age come wisdom. Some wisdom is good, some wisdom ain't. I'm not saying she got either or, but I will agree that woman is a powerful individual, and with the right direction, she can be impactful no matter what it is agenda she's pushing. So I agree with you when it comes to being rooted and booted. I'm biased.
Talking. You hear this? He's still going.
I'm biased though. I'm biased because my mama and my mama is.
What? All of us biased in that case.
Yeah,
when
right.
we talk about the person that we speaking about, for sure. Our
Yeah.
others,
We're
no.
talking about our mamas.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking
nah.
about as far as being rooted and booted in the situation that.
Yeah, nah.
Because that's my rock. But anyways,
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah, right.
hey, they the rock. They the
Shout out
solid.
to the rocks.
That's what it is. Regardless,
We're gonna try to get y'all on here. We trying to get the mamas
I ain't
on.
gonna be here when she come. I'm telling you right now.
You ain't gonna show up when
I
your
ain't-
mama show
No,
up.
oh, okay. I'll be here for my mama.
Oh, we gonna.
But this man, mama,
No, we
I ain't doing that.
No, we bring them all at the
I
same
ain't doing
time.
that.
Oh no,
I'm gonna sit out there.
I'm gonna tell you right
Look,
now,
see,
and she gonna see this. Hold on, because mother, love you, but we didn't had this conversation. Okay, and all due respect, and I mean all due respect. This is our podcast, okay? So there's gonna be some boundaries because you got to set boundaries. That's gonna be shit.
Like no button pushing.
Yes, because people tend.
Yeah, speak up. Speak up.
Oh yeah, no,
Speak
no,
up.
absolutely, absolutely. Because I was not
people-
happy. I was not
Because
happy.
people
Did y'all see my face?
tend to
I was
push
annoyed.
buttons.
I was thoroughly annoyed. It's like literally,
No button
physically and figuratively.
pushing.
Don't press no buttons. Don't try to demand that. We'll get into it because we gonna set the boundaries. But this is the Day One's show.
And y'all
not,
better not bend them and push them.
not the mamas, not the mamas and them show.
Y'all, we really
that
gonna
is
stand up to
funny.
our mamas like this?
It ain't standing up. You just got to stand on business.
Okay,
Okay.
You scared?
a little bit.
I'm not. She just
You
gonna
see
be
the
mad.
power of this one? Look at this one woman do it already.
I'm not worried.
In the room.
I'm not even worried.
Even in the room
For the
yet.
record, I am not. Let me tell you something to you, man.
This is all
Listen.
Keith Cash,
Listen.
K. Dot saying this right
Yeah,
now.
me and him, we over
I'm
here.
sitting over here.
If you're gonna come on the day one show, we do stuff in decency and order. Okay? So I love you, and I'm gonna give you freedom to do you within the realm of our boundaries.
See, I hear it in my head. You go give me freedom. You go get what you.
That's fine.
I hear it. I hear
And guess
it.
what?
Oh my god.
Guess what? I got control of the button. And I will press all of the buttons and stop it and do it and flip it and chop it and screw it. Y'all, what? I edits. I edits real quickly. But I love you. I don't want to have to do that. So we're going to have an
How
understanding.
we even get here already?
Because Julia,
This man, how we get to this
we're
place?
going to be okay. We're going to get, matter of fact, we're going to pray over it. And then we're gonna let it go. That's all I'm saying. But don't play.
It's hot.
I love
It's
you.
real hot up in here.
We leaving.
Hey, y'all gonna understand my stress.
We
Y'all
leaving.
gonna feel
No,
it.
we leaving. No, respectfully. Like, no, real talk. Respectfully. Like, I love you to death. You that's my other mama. But this is the day one show. We're gonna do stuff in decency and order. We're gonna let you have fun. But this our show. We're gonna run the show. You a guest on the show. Okay? So that being said, I just want to put that out there. Love y'all.
Hey, you know what? I stand behind you, brother.
I hope y'all do, because I don't feel like y'all do when she show up.
Yeah,
she show up.
Look, this has been my spot. I'm in my spot.
That's crazy. No, we're going to have to be in the other room for that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need more
the big
space.
room.
Yeah, we're going to need more space for that.
Yeah, we're gonna need the space for sure.
Space and opportunity.
I ain't never split. I'm scared of women, especially these black mothers, but I ain't like
That's
Day
too
ones.
funny.
Not mamas and thems. Okay.
Me, day one.
And I know I'm probably don't get a text message about this when they go out. Oh well. I hope you got my new number.
Yep, there you go. Make sure you say that clear.
Yeah, you got my new number, so I hope whoever got my old number get that text message. Don't feel offended. But anyways, no, for real, we're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna get the mamas on here. We're gonna have some conversations. We're gonna grow about some stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll get the significant others on here. Okay, maybe not. Both of y'all
How you
faces.
feel?
I mean, I could do it.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
He basically said you were scared. That's how I already interpreted it.
Oh, this how they did. This how this division about to come back.
Don't start that.
division.
We got the same color on. Don't start that.
Look, because he already brought her.
Okay, calm down.
No. He didn't. No, let me not start. Let me not do it.
That didn't bring her.
Because he sure didn't.
Thank you.
No, he didn't bring her.
Because none of us knew about it, did we?
Y'all really want to go there?
It's time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hot.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
sweaty,
being
But
disrespectful.
anyway.
Look at my watch is foggy.
Oh my God! Today. Anyways, this has been fun. This has been real.
fun.
This was necessary because the Lord is good and intentional at all times.
Y'all.
Remember, we just regular people giving regular opinions. We don't all of that. You can like it. You don't have to like it, but you can tap in, subscribe, share, all of that.
But you better listen to our mamas.
Yeah. We kind of struggle with listening to them. But y'all better listen to them. If all else fails,
Right.
You.
Ain't that funny? We might not, but let somebody talk crazy.
I'm going
Boy,
back.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going back.
Cause I tell you right now, let somebody mama here say something to me. But let them disrespect her. It's the
I'm
same.
going
Right.
back.
It's the same. Just to show how much I love you, despite what this man was saying. I need it on camera.
Despite what I was saying, it's crazy work.
Yeah.
It's diabolical. Anyways, anything else y'all want to add before we get up out of here?
It's hot. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, so we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back again, time and time again. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know how we moving and grooving, winning and never losing. 2 + 2 still equal 4. Make it make sense. So, y'all solid? We locked in? We good to go? Y'all know the deal. Keep your mind right. Keep your circle tight. And we out, y'all.
Mama, I love you.
Mama, listen. Mama, listen, mama. Mama, listen, mama. Mama, listen, mama. Can we talk about it, mama? Mama.